TV7 Israel News is made possible thanks to your generous donations. Shalom, good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcast to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories, Israel destroys Iran's critical military infrastructure and aerial defense array in response to the Islamic Republic's belligerent attack against Israeli territory some 4 weeks ago. U.S. outgoing President Joe Biden voices hope that the cycle of direct hostilities between Iran and Israel has come to a close. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei asserts that the Islamic Republic of Iran will once again retaliate for Israel's attack. Dozens of military and industrial targets throughout the Islamic Republic of Iran have been hit by a meticulously planned and precisely executed Israel Air Force counteroffensive in retaliation for an Iranian missile barrage 4 weeks ago. Reports of the strike initially emerged during the early hours of Saturday morning, followed by an official statement by IDF spokesman Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari.
In response to months of continuous attacks from the regime in Iran against the State of Israel, right now, the Israel Defense Forces is conducting precise strikes on military targets in Iran. The regime in Iran and its proxies in the region have been relentlessly attacking Israel since October 7th on 7 fronts, including direct attacks from Iranian soil. Like every other sovereign country in the world, the State of Israel has the right and the duty to respond. Our defensive and offensive capabilities are fully mobilized. We will do whatever necessary to defend the State of Israel and the people of Israel.
Following several hours at approximately 5 a.m., the IDF announced that the aerial strikes against the Ayatollah regime's military infrastructure concluded, with all of the Israel Air Force aircraft departing Iranian airspace safely.
I can now confirm that we have concluded the Israeli response to Iran's attack against Israel. We conducted targeted and precise strikes on military targets in Iran, thwarting immediate threats to the State of Israel. The Israel Defense Forces has fulfilled its mission. If the regime in Iran were to make the mistake of beginning a new round of escalation, we will be obligated to respond. Our message is clear. All those who threaten the State of Israel and seek to drag the region into wider escalation will pay a heavy price. We demonstrated today that we have both the capability and the resolve to act decisively, and we are prepared on offense and defense to defend the State of Israel and the people of Israel.
It is important to know that over 140 Israel Air Force aircraft participated in the attack versus Iran, dubbed Operation Days of Repentance, in which vital military infrastructure, to include crucial installations for the IRGC's ballistic missiles production, along with a significant portion of the Islamic Republic's aerial defense array, were destroyed.
Our message is very, very clear, and it connects with events that have occurred throughout the Middle East in recent months. Any threat, anywhere, at any time, we will know how to reach it. We will know how to strike. This message is now significantly reinforced. We have used only a portion of our capabilities. We know how to do much more. We struck strategic systems in Iran, which carries great importance, and we will now see how things develop. We are prepared for all scenarios in every arena.
During a memorial ceremony commemorating the fallen from the ongoing Swords of Iron War, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu initially seized the opportunity to address a deadly terror attack in the central Glilot junction, in which a truck driver crashed into a stationary bus in which dozens of people were preparing to get on board.
We are in the midst of a long existential and difficult war, a war that exacts painful prices from us. We are currently waiting for a final clarification of the incident that took place this morning in the Gilead area. We are all praying for the peace of the victims, and we are all determined to continue the fight against those who seek to annihilate us. We will continue to pursue the murderers and their senders unceasingly. I pursued my enemies and overtook them.
One elderly man in his 70s regrettably lost his life in the ramming attack, while 40 others sustained separate degrees of injuries.
A bus came here and dropped off passengers, waited to get some more on, and what happened was a truck was just ramming in to the bus and the bus station, injuring tens of innocent people who were standing there, getting off the bus, getting on the bus, and most of them are youngsters.
Returning to Netanyahu's address, during which he also talked about Israel's retaliatory strike versus the Islamic Republic of Iran.
This is an existential war, a war of 7 fronts against the axis of evil led by Iran. And in this war, as is the case in any war, we exact a very heavy price from those who seek to kill us. 3 weeks ago, after we eliminated Iran's greatest proxy leader, the mass murderer Hassan Nasrallah, Iran attacked Israel with hundreds of ballistic missiles. This attack failed. We then promised that she would be answered firmly, and in the early hours of Saturday morning we kept our promise. The Air Force attacked throughout Iran. We severely damaged Iran's defense capacity and its ability to produce missiles aimed at us. All this comes after, in the last few months, we acted systematically, according to an orderly plan, to cut the octopus arms of Iran's Hezbollah and Hamas. Yesterday, we hit the head of the octopus, the Iranian regime.
Netanyahu went on to emphasize that Israel is not against the Iranian people, while also seizing the public stage to thank the United States for its close coordination and its assistance in executing the strike versus Iran.
To the people of Iran, I say, our struggle is not against you, but against the tyrannical regime that oppresses you and threatens the entire region. This regime must understand a simple principle: whoever hurts us, we hurt him. This is the principle that guided us until today, and this is the principle that will guide us in the future as well. The Iranian attack was precise and powerful and achieved all its goals. I would like to congratulate all of our commanders and soldiers in the IDF and the defense establishment who were involved in this operation, to include the Chief of Staff, the IAF commander and pilots, the engineers and all ground service members, the IDF Intelligence Directorate head and the entire intelligence community, the director of Mossad and its agents. And I would also like to thank the United States for the close coordination and its assistance.
Meanwhile, in the United States, outgoing President Joe Biden addressed the Israeli strike on Iran's military infrastructure and voiced his hope that it would bring about an end to hostilities.
Last like I had a long reason we're a little late. I was on with the intelligence community for the last half hour, 3.5 hours. And it looks like they didn't hit anything other than military targets. My hope is this is the end.
Mr. President, did you get a heads up from the Israel on the Iran strike? Did you get any heads up?
Yes.
The voiced hope by the outgoing U.S. president regarding an end to hostilities between Iran and Israel was subsequently echoed by British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who acknowledged he held conversations with leaders in Iran and Israel on the matter.
I am clear that Israel has the right to defend itself against Iranian aggression. I'm equally clear that we need to avoid further regional escalation and urge all sides to show restraint. Iran should not respond. I mean, the most important thing here is de-escalation. And yes, we've been calling for that for some time. As you know, I made a call myself to the President of Iran and have repeatedly had discussions with others in the region, including, of course, the Prime Minister of Israel.
Meanwhile, in Iran, the Ayatollah regime is outraged over Israel's retaliatory strikes, with the Islamic Republic Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, pledging that the attack would not go unanswered.
The second point is related to this evil move that they made here 2 nights ago. Well, they made a mistake. They, of course, exaggerated it. Their exaggeration is wrong, but note that downplaying it is also wrong, saying, no, there was nothing, it wasn't important, and this is also wrong. The calculation error of the Zionist regime needs to be disrupted. They have a calculation error regarding Iran.
Khamenei went on to highlight that the relevant officials in reference to the IRGC would determine the scope of the attack versus Israel.
The condition of the work should be determined by the officials, and that which is in the best interest of the people and the country should take place.
Thank you for watching TV7 Israel News. I would like to encourage you, pray for the peace of Jerusalem and salvation of Israel. Separately, if you're blessed by our productions, which are exclusively donation-based, please consider supporting our programs with a donation. You can do so via our website at www.tv7israelnews.com. I'm Jonathan Hassan, wishing you a Shavua Mevorach, and God willing, we'll see you during our next update. Until then, Shalom from Jerusalem.